It's been 1 year since I created this single player survival world, and in that time, I've had plenty of adventures. I've built plenty of cool things. I've had a lot of fun. It's been wonderful. But during this past year, I have had a secret. You see, starting this world and this channel was not the biggest thing that happened to me back in October of last year. Because at that time in October of last year, my wife and I found out in real life that we were expecting a baby. And it has been some time since we made that exciting discovery. And yeah, we went and we had that baby. And I'm a dad now. And I have a son. And it's kind of crazy. Yeah, that's right. I've become a father. I have a child. My wife and I have a child, and he's great. He's a healthy, wonderful, amazing baby boy. And honestly, I couldn't be happier. I think I've succeeded at life. This is this is easily one of the greatest things to have ever happened to me. Now, this is the first time since he's been born that I've actually sat down and opened up Minecraft and done any kind of recording. I did a little bit, just background playing and stuff, just on my own as a form of just mental decompression. So you'll forgive me if my mind seems a little jumbled and if I'm kind of all over the place. I'm still not getting tons of sleep. Babies will do that to you. But today I want to just share some of my thoughts and feelings and just the experience of what it's like to have a child, become a father, become a parent, uh, learn all the baby things like you gotta change diapers and you gotta feed them and you gotta put clothing on them and oh, there's so many things. And I'm hoping too that now that things have settled just a tiny little bit, I'll be able to get back into more regular Minecraft playing. I've missed this game. I took a break for about 2, 3 months or so. I've not been doing very much other than caring for a baby and caring for my wife and just doing all the dad husband stuff around the house. And don't get me wrong, I would not change it for the world. But Minecraft is my happy place, and I am so happy to be back playing the game, surrounded by blocks, and sharing it with all of you wonderful people. So I'm just gonna get a good night's sleep first, and then we have many things to discuss. So yeah, childbirth, delivery, pregnancy, all of those things. It's wild, people. If you've never been a parent before, there's really no way of describing exactly what it's like. The mix of sleeplessness and chaos and excitement and adrenaline and terror and fear and anxiety and so many things all wrapped up together. It's an experience. For those of you who are parents out there, uh hi, my name is Scooter. I'm part of the parent club now. But gosh, it's wild, isn't it? Like I mean, and I'm just the dad. I didn't have to actually get a baby out the birth canal and all that stuff. Oh gosh, I have so much respect for my wife, and she is such an amazing, beautiful, beautiful person. And like to carry a baby for 9 months and to have like that little guy growing inside of her and just the care and the love she had for him before he was even born. It was amazing to see, and I'm so thankful to have walked alongside her for that whole process and to have been right there in the room when she gave birth. And my goodness, yeah, she's an amazing woman. And kudos to all of the moms out there. You have the hardest job in the world, and it's you deserve all of the respect. So the actual birth went well. Everything was fine. Like, the baby came out. He was great, healthy, happy. I mean, well, not happy right away. He was crying when he came out. That's normal. But he was happy enough, and yeah, he's doing great. Now we did have some complications following the birth. My wife, she got ill, so she was pretty critically sick for a few weeks, and had to spend some extra time in the hospital, and that was a challenge. Not what we anticipated, not what we expected, but again, so grateful for doctors and nurses and professionals and hospitals and the Canadian healthcare system. It was such a relief knowing that she was in such good hands, and it made my life a little bit easier as I was home taking care of the baby, figuring out how to be a dad with wife who was sick, and not easy at all. And that's part of the reason why it's taken so long to get back into Minecraft and recording, because life has been life has been fun. It's been its own adventure. But she is doing well now. She's home and recovering well, and gosh, what a crazy adventure it is. It can honestly be pretty scary, right? When things are not going perfectly according to plan, the way that you might expect, and you don't know what's going to happen. It can be terrifying for those out there who have been through health challenges, or have had family members who have gone through crazy health challenges. Ouch. Like, gosh, it's a lot, isn't it? And I think I can say, like, I've actually now experienced something like that. I mean, my wife obviously experienced more being the one who is sick, but it was a little touch and go there, and not something I want to repeat. Not something I would wish on anybody, but just glad that we made it through, and things are in a good spot. And honestly, those first few weeks at home with kiddo, it was it was a little crazy. You know, life is chaotic when you first have a kid. You just have stuff everywhere. Dishes sit on the counter. Things pile up. You don't know exactly what you're doing. You're figuring out diaper changes and food for the kid and clothing, and just making sure that they're okay and sleeping properly, and trying to, you- gosh, even taking a shower sometimes. That's a luxury. TMI, maybe TMI. In some ways, honestly, I can give you a picture of what my apartment looks like if I come into my little hobbit hole starter base here, which I should eventually replace. But if we pass our wonderful, very well organized storage room system thing here, very, very organized, right? Of course. No, I've got an entire mess in the back room here. I don't even know where to begin with all of this. It is just too much. I need a proper storage system, and that's not happening today. But yeah, this is kind of what my apartment was like. Just boxes and stuff, and it gives me the heebie-jeebies just thinking about how disorganized and crazy it was at that time. It's gotten a little bit better in the few months since then. It's a little bit more organized, and that makes me a happy scooter. But still a long way to go. You know what? I don't know that things ever quite get back to quote unquote normal. Once you've got children, it's just different. Things are everywhere. You just got more stuff. It's a losing battle if you think you can stay on top of everything perfectly. My motto these days is as long as it's good enough, then it's good enough. Good enough is what I live by. With that being said, this is not good enough. I have no idea what to do with all of the stuff back here. This is not a proper way of living in this game, so I do need to deal with this eventually. But for now, that's just the problem that's going to exist in my back room. And if I stay outside, I don't have to think about that. Now, let's talk a little bit about my son. I am just so happy with him. He's the most beautiful baby that's ever existed, and I'm not biased at all. But gosh, I just love every moment of being a dad, every moment looking at him and just seeing his smile and his laugh. And incoherent babbling and ah, it's the greatest thing in the world to see a little baby and to see him grow and already double in size from when he was born. They really do literally grow so fast and eat so much food. They go through so many diapers. But yeah, he's an amazing kid. I like to think that he's quite brilliant, quite smart and intelligent. Again, uh, no bias at all there, but I mean, my suspicion is that he's actually going to be a bit of a smart aleck when he's older, and I will have many pranks pulled on me, and who knows what kind of trouble he's going to get into. But for now, he's just a baby, and he's perfect. He is so great. I'm so happy, so thankful to have him. And again, parents out there, you know what that feeling is like when you see them for the first time and you just experience their life as they grow. But maybe stop and take a moment and just be thankful for your parents because yeah, they put in a lot of work. They changed a lot of diapers for you. They did a lot of stuff. It's so easy to forget because we weren't really capable of remembering any of it when we were that age. But it's not an easy thing to care for a small person. So be thankful for your parents the next time you see them. Give them a hug and say, "Thanks for changing my poopy diapers. I appreciate that." Now, being a dad now so far is an interesting thing because for the longest time, I've already been a big fan of the dad joke and dad things, listening to history podcasts on the Roman Empire and random other stuff and all the weird sort of dadly things. I kind of fit into that category for a while already. Heck, I even count making Minecraft YouTube videos a dad thing. But now that I am officially a dad, I've joined the dad club. I have a card. Not really, figuratively speaking. I like to think that it gives me free license to just embrace the dadliness. And that means you are going to see a marked increase in the number of dad jokes on this program here. And by program, I mean channel and videos and episodes and things like that. Yeah, long way of saying more dad jokes incoming. Be prepared. I apologize in advance, but it's kind of a sorry, not sorry sort of situation there. At the end of the day, a groan can be as good as a laugh is the approach that I take to puns and dad jokes and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna sprinkle a few of them in there, and you've been warned. Now, when it comes to Minecraft related stuff as a dad, like I just can't wait to share this game with my son once he's old enough to know what a keyboard and a mouse is, or perhaps a tablet if he's playing on a iPad or something like that. I just want to share this with him. I want to introduce him to this wonderful blocky world, which is it's essentially Lego without having to pay like $5,000 for a few sets of Lego. You can't choke on Minecraft, so it's not a choking hazard. That's another positive. You can't step on Minecraft either, unlike Lego. So it's never going to hurt you. Minecraft will never, ever hurt you. But again, all of that to say, I can't wait to share this with him. I can't wait to invite him into this world when he's old enough. I'll let him on. I don't know that I'll put any video content of that, but I kind of want to make like a little time capsule for him and write a note and just something from these early days that when he's a bit older, he can look back on that and groan and say, "Oh, Dad, you're so lame. This is so weird." And then when he's a lot older, he'll be like, "Oh, that was so touching and sweet. I'm so glad you did that." But I want to build things with him. I want to see what kinds of creative things he can come up with and where his brain is going to go when it comes to building stuff. I hope that he enjoys this game. I hope that he plays. It's gonna make me so sad if he doesn't. Uh, he, he'll play. He's not gonna want to play other things. This is the greatest game in the world. What else would he want to do? Yes, I'm being a little facetious there. He can do whatever he wants to do, but if he doesn't play Minecraft, he is gonna be grounded. Oh, but gosh, yeah, it's It's been wild, folks, and I do also want to share a little bit with you in terms of what I've been doing in the background this whole time. As you can see, there's a random little cave under my base here. Yeah, I dug out a slime chunk. So if we come down here, I do have a slime farm, very, very slowly collecting stuff for me. Well, I've got iron golems all the way down, slimes. Oh, there's one. There's some slime balls that will never ever make it down because this is not the most efficient farm design in the world, but that is okay because this is a single player world and everything is just for me. And as long as I have a little bit rolling in, that's good enough for me for now. All of you proper redstoners out there, and by redstone I mean farm people, because this isn't even a redstone farm. I know I make you sad if it's not the most super duper hyper efficient thing in the world, but come on. I'm a dad. I don't got time for any of that. Good enough is good enough, right? Now, along with that, I've also been spending some time mining underground, collecting a whole bunch of resources, and like any good YouTuber, I collected all of the ores with Silk Touch and built them in giant towers and broke down the towers. And if I'm doing a proper job of editing, that's what's on the screen right now is a little time lapse of those things going up and down. And oh, look how satisfying that is. Oh, how satisfying. Is it done yet? I assume it's done. Editing Scooter, please make sure that it is the right length for this little clip and cut things off as needed. So yeah, I've got resources, I've got slime and stuff, I've got ideas, I've got things that I want to do in this world when I've got the time between full-time job and a full-time job taking care of a baby and just all the other life things. It's a lot. It's busy and there's not tons of time for play, but here and there in an evening that can sneak in a little session, little recording session, and get some stuff out for you guys, and then spend like another month editing the episode and throwing it all together. Yeah, this one's a little bit weird. It's just more of a talky talk episode, but that's kind of what I needed just to get back into things, and hope you don't mind that too much. I hope you guys enjoy this strange waffle of a conversation where it's like I'm just going on and on about random things that are popping into my head. And oh look, there's a pitcher pod plantation perfectly placed on the pure plains here for your pleasure. But yeah, I planted these. I thought it looks kind of nice. It looks kind of funny having all the rows and stuff. So yeah, look at that. I I was farming while I was off too. But where was I before that distraction? Um, right. Yes. End of the episode. Ah, thank you guys for listening. It's honestly it's nice to know that there's at least some people out there who care what I have to say and listen through to all of my rambling thoughts, and it's an encouragement to keep going and to share my life. It's just nice. Honestly, it's just nice being able to share things, put it out into the world like this, and be creative and be fun and share thoughts and feelings and emotions and all of it. It's healthy. It's a healthy thing. This is this my form of therapy? Perhaps it's my form of therapy from going crazy with the small child. Gosh, it's amazing. But until the next video, have a wonderful day, everybody. I'm gonna go help my wife with some things, make sure my kid is still asleep, and then I'm gonna go to bed. I'm very tired, and I'll be up in 3 hours when he wakes up and needs the bottle. Have a great night, or day, or afternoon, or whatever it is, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.